It is time to say goodbye to 2019 as America gets ready to welcome a new year and a new decade. But before the countdown begins, let's rewind and review. 22 News anchor Taylor Knight looks at the stories that shaped Western Massachusetts over the last 12 months.
It was a year of emotional highs and lows, especially for sports fans. 2019 started off super as Tom Brady led the New England Patriots to a 6th Super Bowl win in Atlanta.
It's unbelievable.
But team owner Robert Kraft found himself in an unwanted national spotlight for allegedly paying for sex at a massage parlor in Florida.
We wish you well, strength, a quick recovery so that we can shower you with Boston love.
Boston rallied behind former Red Sox player David Ortiz, who spent nearly 2 months in the hospital after he was shot in the Dominican Republic.
We wrote a story that not a lot of teams can say they wrote.
It was a Cinderella story for AIC. The Yellow Jackets were one of 2 local hockey teams that made it to the NCAA tournament. And UMass making it all the way to the championship before losing to Minnesota Duluth. Wild weather caused significant damage.
I could hear the wind really howling a couple of times.
From heavy wind and rainstorms to tornadoes on Cape Cod.
Today is a royal pain, so I will be happy when I'm back inside with a cup of coffee and a sports center on.
And a record-breaking early December snowfall. Both Westfield and Chicopee elected new mayors, Don Humison in Westfield and John View in Chicopee.
We look at each other and it's like, wow, are we going to get paid?
800,000 federal employees started the year with no paychecks when the federal government shut down for a record 35 days.
Contract! When do we want it? Now!
And Stop and Shops closed across the region when workers went on strike over stalled contract talks.
The court orders you to serve a term of life in prison without the possibility of parole.
2019 also brought closure for the Ziegert family. Gary Shara pled guilty to the kidnapping and murder of Lisa Ziegert in Agawam in 1992, bringing an end to a 27-year-old cold case. Just a few days later,
huge black smoke.
7 people were killed when a flying fortress crashed at Bradley International Airport while giving a tour.
It was like nothing I've ever seen in my life.
7 motorcycle riders were killed when a truck driven by 23-year-old Volodymyr Zukovsky of West Springfield drove head-on into a motorcycle club on a road in New Hampshire. This caused the RMV to launch a records review after finding out that Zukovsky's license should have been suspended at the time of the crash.
Loved sports, loved the community, but he loved being a soldier.
The community came together to mourn the loss of Master Sergeant Luis De Leon Figueroa, who was killed in combat in Afghanistan in August.
We just want the gun violence to stop.
There were 19 homicides in Springfield in 2019. That's the most in 6 years.
Joint venture language is important.
And 13 current or former Springfield police officers pled not guilty to charges related to an alleged beating that stemmed from an argument that started in Nathan Bill's Bar and Restaurant in 2015.
I look forward to serving the women and men of the Springfield Police Department and the citizens of Springfield honorably and with dignity for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Cheryl Clapper was sworn in this year as Springfield's first female commissioner.
Joseph Amatucci.
First responders were honored as the Springfield September 11th Monument was unveiled this summer. The monument in Riverfront Park lists the names of 500 first responders who died in the 2001 terror attacks. Also over the summer, a triple E scare. 3 people died from the mosquito-borne illness.
With the simple goal of not allowing another generation to become addicted to nicotine.
And 3 people died from vaping-related lung injuries, prompting the governor to pull vaping products from store shelves. And people now have to be 21 years old to buy tobacco products in the state, as well as gamble at the new Encore Boston Harbor Resort and Casino in Everett.
I just don't think that's fair for any animal.
A famous elephant died during her annual stay at the Big E. Beulah's death sparked protests and calls for animals to be removed from the fair.
I'm standing here, next thing I know, he comes right up.
Another animal became a local celebrity. A 1-year-old harbor seal named Layson swam more than 80 miles up the Connecticut River, resting on the riverbanks in South Hadley and Holyoke. 2019 was a memorable year here in Western Massachusetts, and its end marks not only the end of a year, but the end of a decade. It's now time to say goodbye to 2019 and wipe the slate clean for a new year and a new decade with new possibilities. Taylor Knight, 22 News.